Let me continues with what
Don't expect anything less than the #1 rated Caribbean show. Caribbean vibration. Caribbean vibration. Caribbean vibration. Caribbean vibration.
Hello and welcome to Caribbean Vibrations. Like I said to you, new show coming up this week. We got a great interview from my man Trini Shotta. He sat down with Walshy Fire from the big DJ crew, Major Lazer. Plus, we got a chance to speak with Mr. Audrey Newell about the Caribbean Scholarship Foundation and what they're doing to raise money for Caribbean students. But first up, I had a chance to check out the amazing Snowflakes of Steel, and here are some scenes. You're watching Caribbean Vibrations, and we have to check out Snowflakes of Steel every single year, part of the Pan Art Network's things that they do. Snowflakes of Steel, Autumn Leaves of Steel. And this time we have a band leader we've never interviewed before, but he is a veteran in the game, Mr. Ed Peters from Golden Harps International. So Mr. Peters, how did you get your start in the whole Pan business?
Part of the culture. Where I lived, it was a cauldron of culture. Ballet, which is a dance. The original Pan involvement, single pans, tambu bamboo, was right next door to me. So it was there. So at age 9, I just started playing. As a matter of fact, because of the attitude of parents at the time, you couldn't play. You were not allowed to play. I would stay home and listen to the patterns, and in the night when I have to go to the standpipe to bring water, I'd go and learn my parts. So I really got stung with it at an early age.
Okay. Now you came to Canada. How did the whole Golden Harps International start?
Well, I moved to Brampton in '91. I made a lot of attempts to try to engage some of these service groups, and nothing happened. But my background is teaching, and I love working with kids, and I have a concern for my community. And I decided, you know what, I need to get something in Brampton, because Brampton is growing. We get a lot of people from Toronto, a lot of people of Caribbean background from Toronto, and there's nothing in Brampton. And Brampton is a cauldron of culture, because all different groups are coming in and laying stakes. I said, you know what, I got to do something. So I decided I'm going to start a program based around Pan. And I did an interesting thing which most people didn't do. Because Toronto has over 26 school programs. You can draw on them to get players. I started a summer camp, Introduction to Pan. From the summer camp, they went into the Junior Harps, which is a Saturday program. Graduated from that, they got into the concert band. And one of the interesting things I want to mention is that I'm taking a totally different approach. The Pan community has a lot of challenges. And in order to break through, I've decided I'm going to concentrate on jazz, world music, blues. So if you listen to our repertoire, you'll notice that I know an interesting thing. I'm taking songs that people know, but it's been given a jazz treatment. So I'm doing Earth, Wind and Fire, Michael Jackson. Later on, I'll get into the Coltrane's and the Chick Corea. But for now, I want to establish that we're targeting a market. We want to get out there and show that, listen, this can be sustainable. Because right now, most of the bands are not sustainable.
Okay, so if people want to find out more information about Golden Harps International, is there a phone number or website?
Yes, we don't have a website at this time. The phone numbers would be 905-796-9437, 647-854-1941. You can also find us on Facebook. Now, we are part of, the Golden Harps is actually part of a larger organization, the Brampton Community Holstein Percussion Concert Band. It's a non-profit organization, similar to Pan Fantasies and North York Community Group. This way we can be a legitimate organization seeking funding to run our programs. So, you know, like, so that way, we also, like I said, we have a Facebook page, which keeps us in touch with our members. We haven't yet done the website thing, which we'll be doing in the future.
Okay, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
We know there's a lot of talented people in the Caribbean, and we want to give them all an opportunity to contribute to their communities and contribute to the Caribbean abroad as well, because we know that a lot of the education, all of the talent ends up draining out of the Caribbean. We want to help put some of that back in a little bit. Spirits and Spice, because that's what the Caribbean's all about. You know, we have people love they love drinks, and they love good food. They love spice. I mean, that's the main thing we're known for. So yeah, we wanted to put them together and put an event where people can enjoy it and enjoy some music. And you know, spice is a word for a lot of different things too. You know, and spirits are spirits. Care Brand is an award-winning marketing agency focusing primarily on Caribbean companies like Grace Foods, Western Union, and Caribbean. And our mandate is really to help position Caribbean brands here in North America to just do well and to really compete in this marketplace and give them an advantage. A lot of the mainstream brands that you see up here, they have a tremendous advantage, not in terms of budgets, but in the resources they have to market and get themselves out there, and business development. And what we try to do is to balance that and give Caribbean brands an advantage as well, which we do with events like this, with a company as big as Rich Tree that's based out of Switzerland, and they're international, and we're able to tie in Caribbean brands here and to have Grace Foods products available here. You know, puts it out to the mainstream and helps put us side to side with some of the biggest brands, you know, internationally.
Watch out for this, I did my best lyrics. Mash up the place, but she want not for this. Yo, me nah miss #1 funny list. The girl them a twist waistline can't resist. Watch out for this, I did my best lyrics. Mash up the place, but she want not for this. Yo, me nah miss #1 funny list. Mash up the place.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Caribbean Vibrations TV. I'm your special correspondent, Trini Shotta, and today with me, I have a special guest. He goes by the name of Walshy Fire. Walshy Fire, what's up, man? Say what's up to Toronto.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
So, you're here in the city. Now, we're going to talk about what you're doing right now, but let's go into, you know, let's take it back maybe 10 years where you had a name called Walshy Killer. Let everybody know about Walshy Killer and where that name came from, and you know, the transition into you today.
Well, my first DJ name was LP Walsh, which is actually my real name. That's my real name, LP Walsh, Leighton Paul Walsh. And it was a part of my name in college, because you know how you sign up for college and you get like a college ID? Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So I just thought that was cool, LP Walsh. And then eventually, everybody was already calling me Walshy, so then I added the fire to it, and that was a short-lived thing, because after that I started entering into sound clashes, and when I started doing sound clashes, then they added Killer to it, so everybody started calling me Killer because of the sound clashes. And also at the time, Beanie versus Bounty Killer was happening, and Bounty was my artist, and you know, a bunch of other stuff was happening at the time, so Killer made sense. But it wasn't until I tried to get like some corporate sponsorship that Killer didn't make any sense anymore. So I just decided to go back to Fire so that I could get sponsored for my events. I was doing a lot of events in Miami and doing a lot of stuff for myself as a DJ, and the Killer was just not gonna work. You know, you just can't represent a brand and be the Killer.
It
you
doesn't
know,
sound good.
yeah, it not gonna work. So I did the Fire, and the Fire worked out, man, and I've just been doing that ever since.
So, since you've changed over to Walshy Fire, I mean, there's been a lot of changes in Walshy's career. So, let's just start with, some people might just know you as, you know, Walshy Fire from Major Lazer, but someone from the Caribbean genre or somebody from a Caribbean background might know you from Black Chiney and the man that calls himself the official mayor of Miami. Yeah. So, let's get into the Black Chiney era with Walshy.
Yeah, man, Black Chiney was some of the best, you know, days of my life. I still do as much as I can with them. The Major Lazer thing has definitely taken control. You know, like last year with Major Lazer, I did maybe 330 shows, you know, in a year. But every single time I get a chance to do a Black Chiney one, trust me, I do it, man. I miss it so much. I miss it a lot, man. But, you know, I've been a part of Black Chiney for 12 years now. And, you know, it's been a blessing, man, to be able to play music for the top sound in America and tour the world and represent Miami too, you know, with Black Chiney. So that's been one of the best rides. You know, it's been a journey that I think has prepared me for what I'm doing with Major Lazer now.
Nice, nice, nice. Now, you've now, with Major Lazer, 330 shows, that's a lot of shows. You sound like a wrestler, because you know back in the day when you hear wrestlers say they do 300.
Talking about wrestlers today, I was talking about Razor Ramon.
Yo, I saw Razor Ramon when I was 11 years old.
Yo, we was just talking about, we was like, yo, Razor Ramon is all the way tore up right now. Like, his body is completely destroyed because those guys never stopped. For years, they toured every single day, giving their body to that craft. Like, you look at, like, you know, man, Macho Man Savage and Jake the Snake, who's a preacher now, and all these guys, and you look at them now, and they can't walk, they can't lift their arms, they can't do nothing, and it's because they did that hardcore 100% every single day.
300 plus days a year.
Come on, and that's the same thing. I hope I won't be able to like walk or nothing like that. It's a dangerous job, you know, because I jump on the crowd and I do the ball and all kind of stuff. But yes, it's just like that, just like wrestling. And we tour it from city to city. We take a bus and we go into the little towns and do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
So, I mean, you might not be a wrestler, but you're still living the life of a wrestler, I guess.
Yeah, no.
But let's talk about, I mean, going from Black Chiney, you know, one of the sounds that I grew up listening to as me being a DJ for the last 15 years, listening to the remixes, listening to, you know, Bobby Chin, Willie Chin, yourself, and the rest of the crew. But going from Black Chiney into, you know, hooking up with Jillionaire and Diplo and into that whole Major Lazer vibe that essentially has transformed music, I would say, in the last maybe 3-4 years, even the Caribbean genre of music has transformed into this whole different EDM kind of vibe. I mean, explain to us about how, you know, how'd that come about?
Well, how I got with Major Lazer was Diplo was a fan of Black Chiney. Diplo's also from Florida.
Nice.
So he already knew who we were. I didn't really know who he was. I knew his name a little bit, but I didn't really know who he was. And then he came to perform in Miami at Bob Marley Fest, and I was hosting it. And so we linked up. That was like 5 years ago, and we just remained friends. And then his last MC turned Christian, and he just called me up and was like, yo, man, I got like a bunch of gigs, and I just need to know if you can like help me out and do something. I was like, yeah, sure, but I didn't think nothing of it. But the very first show we did in San Francisco, it was a wrap. It was like, the way we set that place on fire, it could never be duplicated. And I started to see myself like that he was just a genius, you know, and he was a visionary to combine. Because even Black Chiney, we did the remixes, but we didn't do that solely. We didn't just do remixes. Black Chiney would still give you the hardcore dancehall rhythm, give you some one drop, and then give you some remix. He was just doing the remixes. Like, the whole thing of Major Lazer was just combining the EDM and dancehall and just fully making it happen, or the EDM and soca, you know, fully making it happen. And when I went and did that show, I saw that energy. I felt that energy of what I got when I gave. Well, like if you go to like